Before I begin, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruach Kwadash. I'd like to say double honors to my teachers, the head apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well and that teach well, and shalom and salutations to you fellow brethren and fellow laborers that are laboring in this work as well. So I'm back once again through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, with a very quick lesson. In this lesson, I'm going to be taking a look into the misconception of the word hell. You see, because that word hell has been taken out of its proper context, its proper understanding. The Christian church, they misconveyed or mistaught the true understanding of that word hell, or the whole concept of hell itself, man. You see, the Christian church, they teach that hell is a place underground with fire, and you have Satan sitting on a throne with a pitchfork, and just that's a place for where souls are tormented for eternity, man. But that has nothing to do with the Holy Scriptures, because when you actually read and study for yourself, you're going to come to find out that there's no such thing as a place underground where you're burning forever. You see? And today I'm going to take a look into a point of view where that place, hell, as conveyed by the Christian church, does not exist. Okay, so first and foremost, what we have to understand is that when you die, matter of fact, your body, there's a soul inside, there's a spirit in your body, man. And when you die, your soul is separated from that body. You see? So let's begin here in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 7, and it reads, "Then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it." So that alone shows you there's a separation between the spirit and the body. Okay? So once again, as I mentioned earlier, that word hell, it can have two meanings. The one could mean a condition. You see? That's why you get the phrase where people would often state, I'm catching hell, man. I'm going through hell. You see? But on the other hand, you have hell, which is the grave, underground. And that will be the case with everybody once you die, man. Your body is put to rest, is put in hell, or in other words, the grave, in a low state, man. And that's what we're reading here in the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 7. "Then shall the dust, which is our body, return to the earth as it was," man. So your body is going to return to the earth as it was. And then it goes on to say, "And the spirit shall return unto the Most High who gave it." You see, so your spirit, the spirit that's in you, returns to the Most High who gave it. But then again, you have these Christians that will say that, your spirit is going to return to the Most High to receive your judgment, and then you'll be sent to hell, man. Which, that's not false, and we're going to prove that in the scriptures. Alright, so that we have the understanding now that your body returns to the earth, but your spirit returns to the Most High. But here's another thing that the Christians have failed to understand, is that reincarnation is in the Bible, man. And that spirits recycle. Spirits go in a cycle. So this alone cuts the concept or misconception of hell, man. You see? Because if there's a place where that's underground where you burn for eternity, that's not according to the scriptures. Because in the scriptures, reincarnation is illustrated. If there's a place underground called hell where you burn forever, how could your spirit recycle? You see, so let's get this book. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 1, and verse 9, and it reads, "The thing that had been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun." Is there anything whereof it may be said, "See, this is new"? It had been already of old time, which was before us. So once again, Ecclesiastes chapter 1 and verse 10, is there anything whereof it may be said, "See, this is new"? It had been already of old time, which was before us. And that also means spirits, man. You know, spirits are not new, but they're the same spirits coming back in the reincarnation or regeneration, man. You know, verse 11, "There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come with those that shall come after." So since there's no new thing under the sun, that in itself cuts the misconception of hell, man. You see? Because if there was a place where your soul or your spirit would burn forever, then this would make the Most High a liar, man. You see, because Yahweh Shemashai told us here in the book of Ecclesiastes, the first chapter and the 10th verse, that there is no new thing under the sun, meaning there's no new spirits under the sun, man, as well. So spirits recycle. You know, spirits live forever, man. Okay? So now that we got that understood, let's go to the book of Ecclesiastes, Second Ezra, chapter 14 and verse 35, and it reads, "For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again." So once again, as we read in the book of Ecclesiastes, the 12th chapter, you know that your body will return to the dust or to the earth as it was, and your spirit to the Most High. Once your spirit returns to the Most High, you receive your judgment, man. You know, and your judgment will be played out on the earth when you live again. You know, so the earth is where you live out your judgment. You're not sent to a place in hell where you're tormented forever and ever, man. You know, but you're brought back again into another body to serve or to live out your judgment. So once again, 2 Ezra chapter 14 and verse 35, "For after death shall the judgment come, when we shall live again. And then shall the names of the righteous be manifest, and the works of the ungodly shall be declared." You see, that's the reason why you have people being born or come back deformed, man, or blind. It's because of what they did in their past life, and they weren't sent to hell, to a place to burn forever, you know, to serve out their sentence, but they were what? They were brought back and put in a new body where they were tormented, and that could play out by the way of what? Being born deformed, being born with an ailment, being born blind, etc., man, or being born just to die again, and that in itself is judgment. You see? So let's get this book, this here in the book of Luke, the 24th chapter, because there's a distinction between the spirit and your flesh, man. You know? Because your spirit, you can't feel torments in the spirit. You know? There's a difference between the spirit and the flesh. And that's something the Christian church has once again misunderstood. So this is the book of St. Luke, chapter 24 and verse 36. And this, just to set the stage real quick, man, is when Yahweh Shai was crucified and rose again. You know, and he was seen, and he appeared unto his disciples. So we're going to pick it up to where he appeared to his disciples. This is the book of St. Luke chapter 24 and verse 36. And as they thus spake, Yahushua stood himself in the midst of them and said unto them, Peace be unto you. But they were terrified and afraid, and affrighted, and supposed that they had seen a spirit. And he said unto them, Why are ye troubled, and why do thoughts arise in your hearts? Behold my hands and my feet, it is I myself. Handle me and see, for a spirit hath not flesh and bones as ye see me have. You see, so Yahushua is telling us that what? A spirit, basically a spirit, there's a distinction between the spirit and the flesh. You see, the spirit does not have flesh and bones. Meaning what? The spirit does not feel pain. In other words, you can't break the spirit. You can't hurt the spirit, so to speak, man. You can't torment the spirit. And we're going to prove that here in the book of Job, the 3rd chapter and the 12th verse. And it reads, Why did the knees pervert me? Or why the breast that I should suck? So this is Job once again complaining about his infirmities and the pains that he was going through, man. And he came to the conclusion that what? Oh, it's better for me to leave this body, for me to be at rest. Alright, so let's read on. Verse 13. For now should I have lain still and been quiet. I should have slept. Then had I been at rest. So Job is saying, with all this ailment, this torture, this pain that he's going through, he wishes that he should have lain still and been quiet. He should have slept, meaning be separated from his body and return to the spirit world, man, where he would be at rest. Verse 14, with kings and counselors of the earth, which built desolate places for themselves, or with princes that had gold, who filled their houses with silver, or as an hidden untimely birth had not been, as infants which never saw the light. So these are all people that have lived on the planet Earth. Whether you're rich or poor, or where you died as a child, we all return to the spirit world. We all return to the Most High, who gave us our spirit, man. So verse 17, there the wicked cease from troubling, and there the weary be at rest. There the prisoners rest together, they hear not the voice of the oppressor. The small and great are there, their servant is free from his master. So Job is speaking about the spirit realm, man, the spiritual world, where that you are at rest. You don't have to worry about bodily ailments. You don't have to worry about paying a bill or nothing, man. But instead, you're at rest. Verse 20, wherefore is light given to him that is in misery, and life unto the bitter in soul. You see, so Job just gave us a look, insight into the spirit world, to telling us that what? There's no pain or sorrow in the spirit world. And that's the reason why he wanted to be put to death and return to the spirit world. So that cuts that Christian mythology or misconception of hell. Your spirit does not feel torments once it's separated from your body. Okay? So I'm going to close it off on that, and I hope this lesson was edifying through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. I want to close off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Ruach Kodash. Once again, I'd like to give double honors to my teachers, the head apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that rule well and that teach well. And shalom and salutations to you fellow brethren and fellow laborers that are laboring in this work as well. Until next time, I say shalom.